hot wings, hot topics, and real estate. Host Ryan Spellerberg keeps it real with agents, investors, and insiders every month. No fluff, just good convo exploring the trends, challenges, and questions shaping today's market. Now, here's your host with over 20 years of lending experience, Ryan Spellerberg.
They're on fire. Hey everybody, Ryan Spellerberg with another episode of Hot Topics, the mortgage guy and the roofing guy. It should be a good time. So today's guest is the guy you want in your corner when the next hailstorm rolls through Sioux Falls. And actually, we just had a little hail earlier today.
Just a little
bit. I don't think you're going to get any business out of it. So Ryan Kortan is sales and project manager for Vision Roofing, serving the Sioux Falls area out of Harrisburg location. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So thanks for coming. You know how this works, right?
Yep.
And Ryan has been really good with heat, so he said he's going to have no problem, but he's going to sweat.
I see it starting already.
It's going to be great. A lot of glistening on the top.
Yes.
Okay,
All
so
right.
get after your first one.
All right.
Thank you to our sponsor, Atomic Wings. They do a great job for us. So the first one's pretty simple, Ryan. So we just want a little background on you and Vision Roofing. You have a building contingent, but you're on the Vision Roofing side.
Correct. So the company started as Vision Builders out of Sioux Center, Iowa. And then over time, they continued to grow. About 12 years ago, the roofing division started. We had one sales guy at that time who was trying to juggle in both markets between Sioux Center and Sioux Falls. And actually, you introduced me to Troy, the sales guy that was handling both markets, and thought, let's get a full-time guy here into the Sioux Falls market. So that's what we did. So I've been there now. This is going to be my 6th year with the company, and it's been going great.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Look at the size of our market versus Sioux Center. It's different markets, obviously. But
Correct.
there's just a lot more opportunity for growth here.
For sure.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks. Number 2 wing is the Nashville Dry Rub. This is my favorite wing. Just a good base heat. So you and I actually go back to our Stagecoach or Wells Fargo days. And from there, you jumped into real estate before landing in roofing. Do you miss anything about your banking days? And did any of those skills that you learned during that time transfer into what you're doing today?
Well, I definitely don't miss the banking days. However, I do remember a story with you back in the Wells Fargo days.
Uh-oh.
You convinced me to come to your branch and, hey, we're going to play quarters in the back room. No idea what that meant.
We never gambled at our office.
No.
Never.
And I said, well, and then your next question was, well, you got the company card? Yeah. He goes, all right, we're going to play quarters in the back room. I'm like, what? Okay. So we start flipping quarters. It was harmless, good fun, great game.
Team building exercise is what we called it.
And I believe in my loss, I had to go to the gas station next door, and I can't remember if it was cookies or what was the loser that always had to get.
It depended on what we were
team
remember. Building for.
Yeah. I don't remember what that specific event was for, but I did not win. But I did learn a very good game there, so it was fun.
We'd always bring the suckers in that were new. They would always lose. It was fantastic. But good team building.
Yes. But I did learn a lot working with the bank. I think, your follow-up skills you learned, the sales things that they introduced you to. I mean, there was a lot of good learning, met a lot of good people, obviously. So I would definitely not trade that.
I wouldn't trade my days there for anything.
Right.
I mean, it was great training. So
for sure.
And you see a lot of people that used to work there too.
It seems like everybody at that time started and they continued their career somewhere else, and those relationships just kept going.
Yep. And that's why we know each other's from those days.
100%. Yeah. That was like 25 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
When we were 5.
Yeah,
so.
we were young then.
Yeah.
So
early bankers. So next one.
All right.
Nice and easy still, right?
No,
We're getting a little.
Yeah, I'm not even glistening too bad yet.
Next one is Hot Buffalo. Okay, so big question out of the gate here. If you could put a new roof on any Minnesota Viking player's house, who would it be and why? And while we're at it, is J.J. McCarthy the future of the Vikings?
Great question. Love the question. The answer would be J.J. McCarthy. Because been a huge Michigan fan my whole life. So when he was drafted by by the Vikings, very excited. I actually bet on the old Michigan team to win the national title the year they won with JJ. So, yeah, I was very excited to see him come there. Growth has not been great right now with him, obviously being injured a lot, but I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he'll still succeed. Came from a great program. So, yeah, it'd be good to meet him. It'd be great.
I don't think anybody watching would have guessed you would have voted for J.J. McCarthy
Oh,
and
yeah.
said he is the future.
Funny story is I actually met his high school coach at a restaurant here in Sioux Falls, and I was sitting and watching the Michigan game, and this guy was really into the game. And this was before the national title game. This was like a year or so before. And he knew everything about this kid, and he was like, watch this is what he's going to do. And I'm like, how do you know so much about this guy? Well, he was traveling from Illinois, just sitting there watching the game. I sat the whole game and watched with his high school coach.
That's fantastic.
That was awesome.
Well, I hope he fails. So,
Oh, no.
as a Bears fan,
No.
I hope he fails
Well,
miserably.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Caleb's pretty good.
Oh, we're very excited. Bears are very
He's
excited.
probably looking a little bit stronger,
I would love to do a mortgage for Caleb Williams.
as you should.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's paying cash. He's doing all right.
Yeah.
All right, next one is mango habanero. This is where it starts to get a little bit tingly for you. So I know it's not the sexiest topic, but insurance premiums have been going through the roof over the last few years. No pun intended. Why should homeowners be thinking about impact-resistant shingles? How can they actually save people money on their premiums? And I believe the word malarkey is going to come up here.
Yeah, 100%. So the Vision did a lot of research before they got into the roofing side of things, and after a lot of research, they determined that Malarkey was a #1 brand, and we actually introduced it to this market. You'll see it around town a lot more than what it was 10, 12 years ago. But they brought that product in. It's a great shingle that we put on every one of our roofs. Unless the customer says we want something different, that's what we're going to put on. Great warranty. We got a lot of high winds here in Sioux Falls in this market, in this area. See, I told you, it's starting to drip.
Is it raining in
Yeah,
here?
I know, right?
It's getting a little.
But yeah, so it's a very durable shingle. It's not going to blow off, and the high winds that we have holds up phenomenal against hail damage. And so we want to put a good product on. We want to stand behind it, but we don't want to have to come back for issues. We want that roof to last that customer the entire time that they're in that home. So
And with those shingles, you can possibly get a discount on your
100%.
insurance because they're so durable.
right, it is a Class 4 impact, which the general public doesn't really know what that means.
I was just talking about a Class 4 impact.
Yeah,
earlier
but
today.
insurance agents definitely know that.
Yeah.
And so I tell every customer, hey, we are putting a Class 4 impact rated shingle on your roof. Contact your insurance agent. Let them know there could be a possible discount depending on your carrier. And that definitely is more times than not, that's the case.
Yeah, you guys have done a ton of work for me. And unfortunately, I have a commercial policy, so I didn't get that discount. But
But those were some nice roofs we
correct.
did.
I will never have to worry about hail.
No,
So.
no.
Okay, last two.
Okay.
Home stretch. Last one is, or second to last one is Atomic. So I think your time in real estate built some really strong relationships with agents here in town. But why do they trust you and Vision Roofing over other companies? Because that's where a majority of your personal business comes from, is those referral relationships that you built while you were in real estate.
100%. That's a very large portion of my business is, I've had those relationships with those agents that we worked with or that I worked with in the past. And now going forward, they want someone, that's going to answer the phone, that's going to give them an honest opinion. They are not going to get overcharged. I want to treat the realtor just as well as the customer that we're providing the service to, because we want to continue to service their clients and any upcoming customers. And so it's a big thing to stand behind the product, put a good product on, treat them fairly, be honest, and it goes a long ways. And as I continue, the agents that I've known for the last 10, 15 years, there's new ones that come in. They usually ask the experienced agents, hey, who do you use for roofing? We want our name to be the name that comes up.
And that's typically a better customer than a new construction build for you guys, correct?
Yeah, we want to be doing existing roofs, preferably. Hold on, I got to dab off a little bit of sweat here. We're
This is the first on. You might have to do a full forehead.
Oh no, we're gonna leave that for
Okay.
the cameras. But yeah, we will definitely do new construction. No problem with that. But again, probably 90% of what we do is going to be existing homes, servicing those customers.
Cool. All right. Last one. How's that? Did
no.
you didn't even eat?
I took a bite and I
Okay.
started talking.
Got it.
Okay.
So I look up.
I gotta get to that one.
Yeah. The last one is nuclear. This one gets a little toasty.
Well, I better wash this down before.
He had to bring his own Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the first. Probably won't be the last on a Diet Coke.
So
So
nothing goes better with wings than Diet Coke.
right. Oh, I think I got it on my face. All right.
This is where they say don't touch your eyes, right?
Pfeiffer.
Mm-hmm.
So if I look out my window and I see hail coming down, what's my first move? Do I call my insurance company and file a claim, or do I call Ryan Kortan?
You definitely want to reach out to your insurance agent. Most insurance agents will say, well, before we file the claim, let's have a roofer come out, inspect it to see if it is worth filing a claim, because you don't want to have that claim against your record if you don't need to, just to be fair to the whole process. We don't ultimately make the decision if it will qualify for a new roof. We will go up there, we'll give an honest, hey, I would definitely file a claim, or you know what, there's some damage, but maybe not enough to file a claim. But if there is, we will say, hey, again, we're not making that final decision, but from what I've seen, there is definitely a reason to file a claim. Adjuster comes out, we will meet with the adjuster if they ask us to, show what we see. As far as damage goes, we'll discuss what they see. And again, then the adjuster makes that final decision.
Because once you file the claim, it's against you. So
Correct.
it doesn't matter whether or not they pay it out or not. That's why you would call Ryan and his team first, see if they actually think there's some damage.
Right, because you don't want to be, I don't want to say penalized, but there could be, something with insurance where they say, hey, well, you just filed a claim last year because you thought you had hail. Now you filed another one this year because you thought you had hail. Now you never had hail.
Right.
Let's not waste everybody's time if we don't need to.
Right. And you guys are honest. I mean, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. I'm sure you look at roofs other roofers have looked at and said, replace it, and it's not needed.
Yeah, we'll come in. Yeah, we'll come again. That's with the relationship that we have with everybody, insurance agents, real estate agents, whoever it might be. They want that honest opinion. They don't want it to waste anybody's time. And so one person might say, yep, just do it. I'm not going to just say, just do it on every house that I jump on. It's going to be, here's what I see. I take photos. I send them to the customer. I send them to the agent. Yep. Well, let's just decide if we should go forward.
Funny story in between your dabbing.
Hold on. Let me dab here.
Just yesterday, we had a lot of rain. All of a sudden, Ryan's up in our office complex. Didn't even know he was coming, just walking by my office with a ladder.
And I did call you. I was up in the attic space. Of course, you were on the line, otherwise probably working as you should be. And I'm up there trying to identify a certain spot up there, and couldn't get a hold of you. So then I just called the front desk and I'm say, hey, can you just note where this is? And it worked out. But you did leave the ladder in place. I was a little nervous that I was going to come back and it was going to be gone.
It was really close. But then I would have had to put it back up. It's more work
and it was
for
a
me.
pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, Ryan, thanks for coming. How you doing? Good?
It's good. The wings are fantastic. Again, great flavor. Not too hot, but this is going to happen no matter what I eat. So,
See?
yeah.
You can handle it.
Yeah.
Don't
good.
let the sweat fool you.
No.
So how does everybody get a hold of you and Vision Roofing?
Yeah, we have, we're online obviously at Vision Builders Roofing. Ryan at visionbuildersroofing.com. You can get a hold of us. We're out of the Harrisburg location, but we service the Sioux Falls surrounding area and Northwest Iowa. So if you need our service, just let us know.
Okay, sounds good. He will sweat in your yard while he's looking at your roof.
If you've got wings, I probably will.
Thanks for coming. Like, subscribe. Thanks again to our sponsor. Thanks for coming, Ryan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Dabbing off now.